Oahu, baby. First time. Looks like we got some weather up on the ridge, which is probably going to be every day. But there is, I don't know if that's Honolulu or that's behind us and that's where Waikiki is. I think that's Honolulu. But anyway, I'm going to do a couple hikes. It's 1 p.m. local time. We're going to have a lot of hikes for you this week. Probably like 15 or 20 of them. Quite a lot. Combining some of them. But yeah, if you want Oahu hikes, I'm about to dominate this island. I must say, some of these ridges and mountain faces are pretty steep. They're like virtually vertical. They're probably class 4 and class 5 going up if I had to guess. So yeah, pretty steep ridges. We just popped through a tunnel over to kind of the north side of the island, northeast. Still have a bit to get to my first hike. The weather, I'm gonna get rain on and off, I think. But it's warm, it's like 80 degrees, so that's fine. All right, well, as you would expect, it's very humid here. I've packed my rain jacket. I have no idea if I'm parked in a place that's safe. I'm a little worried about that on this trip. But apparently we're going up some type of ridge, up 2,100 feet in just over 2 miles. It's called, I'm gonna butcher every pronunciation on this trip, Pu'u Ohulehule. Southeast Ridge, 4.2 miles, 2,139 feet of elevation gain. It looks like near the end it gets incredibly steep. So anyway, I think this is gonna be an adventure, this whole trip with conditions, so we'll see how it goes. So we're not very far in, and I was gonna say already the slip and slide has started, but they give us a little rope here, which does help because it's so muddy and slick. But that wasn't super steep, so I'm not sure why the rope per se, but yeah, this is probably gonna be a mess. Well, yeah, it is as you can see, it's very steep and muddy. I've already taken a couple slips, and that's even with ropes to help me. So yeah, this is when it's dry it'd be fine. It's just incredibly steep slopes. Now I gotta switch ropes, maybe use some root systems here. Man, I think some of these hikes are gonna be pretty slow pace. Based on what I'm seeing, you could just go sliding right off any of this stuff. First views of the day. We've emerged from the heavy brush on this little rib, and there's some good views. I don't know what that bay is called or that island is called. I'm already all muddy. This is gonna be fantastic, this trip, but somewhat dry on this exposed ridge, but very steep up. And we just popped up a little bit higher and continuing wherever, somewhere up this ridge. But look at the dense canopy down there. Pretty cool. We came, I think we cut through the mountain somehow, maybe over there. But yeah, it's I'm almost completely drenched, and I don't even feel like I'm pushing it. I'm just kind of, the mud is slowing me down. Looks like it temporarily flattens out here, but I think it's going to be a steep ridge up with some level of exposure, I suppose. If you went sliding off, you're probably going to slide for a little bit before you catch yourself on something. So hopefully we don't slip and fall. It is drier up here. I don't know if they're predators in Hawaii. Are there apex predators? I don't think so. Are there snakes? I'm assuming they're snakes. I'm not sure what I need to be on the lookout for here. Should have done my research. Okay, we're just stepping up on this narrow ridge. and the ropes provide a good signal for where the trail is. So yeah, if this was all wet and without a rope, this would be a little sketch. But it's really just a class 3 step up. I mean, maybe not even, it's class 2. It's more so that it could be wet and slick. You could slide off. So you see, we're on this very exposed rib on both sides. If you were to go falling, you'd fall 20, 30, 40 feet and probably hurt yourself. So luckily it's pretty dry. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool, I would say, especially that we've gotten out of the dense underbrush and are kind of up on a drier rib. We have a little breeze now, thank God. So yeah, just hammering up this rib. I like this rock too, super stable. The trees often provide good holds as well. Not sure what's going on here. We got some decorations. So we're probably maybe a third of the way up. Probably not even, to be honest. Whew. Kind of an exposed cliff face to my right. This is incredibly densely vegetated. I feel like by the time I'm through with, you can't even see where you're stepping sometimes. By the time I'm through with this week, I feel like my legs are gonna have crap all over. Luckily, this isn't Arizona, so they're not super prickly, but I'm sure there's some type of poisonous plant that is rubbing all over my legs. So yeah, if you don't like some exposure, probably gonna wanna stay away from this one. It's not too bad. I mean, it's easy enough to walk, but I mean, if you tripped and fell, you could be potentially dying off the right. So anyway, it might be like this for most of the way. So here's a view what's to come. We have to drop very steeply right here and continue, and then probably get up in the clouds. I don't know, this is gonna take a while. I think, like, we're talking, this could very well take like 3 hours to do 4 miles, or a little over 4 miles, so. Yeah, I didn't bring the headlamp, but I think I have plenty of daylight at this point. I think I got 4 to 4.5 more hours still. Yeah, but I was gonna do another hike. At this point, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen, so let's just tackle one at a time here. But yeah, you gotta be so careful where you're stepping to make sure you don't step off a cliff, and then I can't see what's under my feet a lot of times. So yeah, this is not easy. Look at that rock. I don't think we have to climb that, but who knows. All right, just working our way up. It's been kind of some little up and down bumps, so I guess maybe on the way up it's not a full 21 plus 100. It might be 1800 or 1900. Anyway, incredibly slow going. I'm just having to move so stealthily. Luckily, there's nowhere to divert. You're on this narrow rib. So even though the trail is super narrow and overgrown, I would say you can't really get lost because you'd be going off a steep cliff face. So yeah, just very meticulously making my way along this ridge and trying to avoid any of the perils it's presenting me with, but it is pretty cool. It's just slow going. Well, we're about to plummet down to a notch, it looks like. Incredibly steep. And at some point, which I don't think we might be there down at this notch, there's like the second half of the ascent is much steeper than the first, which is honestly kind of scary to think about given how wet and treacherous it is. So I'm trying to slowly step my way down here, but like there's no traction. I'm gonna eat it at some point. Just want to do it in a safe spot if I do. So yeah, working our way down the root. Luckily these roots and trees are generally pretty good handholds, so that's what I'm banking on. But I don't know what's gonna await us up this foggy mountain. It's gonna be fun. So I just checked the map. We're not even halfway up. We've been going almost an hour, like 50 some minutes now. We've gone about 1 mile. This is insane. Literally every step. This is some of the easiest steps of the day right here. I'll probably slip. Yeah, this is gonna take me all the way to darkness, I think, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Maybe I should just always pack the headlamp. It's probably a good idea. So we're just going through brush, romping on the ridge, and who knows how high up we're going, but we're nowhere near. We're nowhere near our top out point. All right, so we just had a steep down climb. There's kind of this rocky rib. I don't know if I should be on this or not. There's kind of a use path to the left. It just looked like it was pretty sketch and exposed, but maybe it isn't. So I'm not sure if I should be down to the left or up on top. But yeah, this is just slow going constantly. Whether you're going up or down or flat, because it's just wet and muddy and exposed. And yeah, it's gonna go down as a hard little hike for sure. This rock outcropping seems to go for a while, but maybe we're getting close to the end of it. If I don't get stuck in all these vines. All right. Looks like I might be about to pop out here. All right, look, we have another steep descent. I think our final boss is up there. It looks like a vertical cliff. Yeah, we've just come along this ridge. It's been so slow. We still have so much more to go. But I think that is your steep ascent. Oh, that was a loose rock. It's one of the few loose rocks I've encountered. This is so messy. Yeah. Ironically, the worst part was at the very beginning when it was all muddy down in the brush and I slipped and there were like ropes to help me. Otherwise it's been slower, but I haven't fallen, so that's good. And it's like, where do I go? I can't even see. It looks like I just go right off. This rock. Nice little 3-foot drop. Okay. Yeah, this is I am just dripping sweat everywhere. I don't want to fall off this cliff, but this brush is making it a little challenging. So I can't even see where I'm going or stepping. Yeah, this is I would say this hike isn't for everyone, or maybe do it in a better season. I don't know the answer. Man, this is getting harder, more overgrown, more exposed the more I go. I was just on a real sketchy rock rib up there, and then I noticed there was a trail left, but just completely through brush. Just had an exposed step move. Yeah, this is hard. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it. I might get turned around if things start to look too sketchy, so. Yeah. Hour-long miles here, folks. Hour-long miles. I know no one's gonna believe this. I'm thinking about calling it and turning around. It's just, everything's so wet and sketchy. I think I just got bit by some sort of fire ant or something on my leg. It's incredibly challenging because it's just all so wet and loose. I don't even know if I'm in the right place right now. I think I am. think I'm trying to pop up here, but yeah. This would be fun if it were dry and not overgrown. But it just gets worse and worse fighting the battle with the overgrowth the higher and higher I get. I mean, this is not a maintained route. So, I don't know. If I hit one more obstacle that's kind of sketch, I might just call it. It's not fun. If it were sketchy but fun, I'd say fine. Well, folks, it's been like an hour and a half. My phone's so wet, I can't even, my clothes are completely drenched. I can't even open my phone to look at the map. There's no dry places anywhere to dry it off. So I think I'm gonna call it. This is just so messy. Every step is taking forever. I don't think it's worth the risk. And I know there's gonna be sketchy sections up above. So I might have made it 2/3 of the way. I can't even tell you because I can't even look at the map. I'm about to get to that, what looks like a vertical cliff. You can't even see it. The brush is so thick, but I'm about to get to it. But I think that's like the last 700 or 800 feet of climbing, if not more, if not 1,000. At the end, much steeper. It's not that this is super steep. It's just, it's so tough. So I'm gonna try to get on my phone just to confirm I'm on the right route and see how far I got, but I think I'm gonna call it. I just don't think it's worth the risk. Gonna go back and regroup, and maybe I should start packing a towel on these hikes. This might be your thumbnail picture because, yes, I got somewhere down. I don't know, somewhere on that ridge, not too far from here. Just about to start going up very steeply. So hopefully I can't open my phone to do anything. But yeah, nice view, I suppose. Exposed on both sides. Swing around the tree. I'm barely back. I mean, I've gone like 100 yards and it's taken me like 10 minutes or something. So, like I can't even get through here. This vine took my GoPro. I can't even fit my torso through that stuff. This is ridiculous. Anyway, we're making progress. Barely. Back to the car. Here's another view for y'all. Pretty good view. This is the rock I went up on the side of, and I don't know if I actually want to go down this thing. I think I should just go back down and wrap around the side because it looks it's very exposed on the left, and it can be slick. So I don't think I'm gonna chance trying to go off this rib, although it's possible. I'm sure it's possible. I haven't even looked at it, but I know I came up on the side, which is steep and messy, but there's a ton of trees I can grab, so, and roots and stuff. So I'm just gonna walk it down on the side here because I know that is the safe thing to do. But I did want to show you the view from up there. So I found myself, I think I need to be on top. So I think I need to go back. These vines are incredibly strong. They are not, I mean, it's so cool. They're just like real tensioned, and they're all anchored in, even the thin ones. So, yeah, I think I'm in the wrong place, is what I'm getting at. I think I need to be up. I don't remember that vine forest. And I was getting into things I didn't recognize. So, I think I need to be on top of this rock, but honestly not sure. You're almost always on the ridge, by the way. So, that's another thing that's signaling that I'm in the wrong place, is that I'm not on the ridge or close to it. So, we're gonna go back up here and hopefully get back on track. One of these times I might need to figure out how to get my phone working with the moisture. So yeah, high was the route, although maybe you could get there low, but I'm a decent amount higher. I mean, I'm probably like 100 feet higher than I just was before. So we're on this rock spine where I was near the vines below. But this is definitely the trail. So there are pink ribbons on the trees sometimes, by the way. I only see them sporadically. But it is, since you're just on the ridge, I'm not super worried about not being able to access the map because I know I'm going towards the coast and I know I'm going down the ridge. I think our last climb of this hike on the descent, this is kind of the exposed, you're right on it. So just be careful where you step. All right, we've reached the decorations here. I'm gonna recommend, if you're doing this, you just go to this point and look out. It gets super messy above, which this is kind of like the first descent. You're almost up to that first bump at this point. So, you know, I'm gonna recommend you just like come to this little point, have a little picnic, and yeah, get the views here, which are very nice. And now we just gotta bomb wherever, straight down this thing somehow, and then eventually bend to the car. It's very peaceful up here. We're working our way down steeply, but it's nowhere near as dense, so it's much easier, even though it is steeper. So you can see we have a monster rope here. So yeah, heading down into the brush, 400 or 500 feet to go down. So we're working our way down the steep, kind of muddy slope with all these cables at the end. So there are a couple reviews on All Trails from the last couple weeks. I do not think they went to the summit because they talk about these ropes and some of those exposed cliff parts, but they don't talk about the hellish bushwhacking and brush and sketchy moves and stuff up above. So my thought is, I mean, you wouldn't talk about this in the review if you did the whole thing. So my guess is that they didn't do the whole thing, which makes sense. If people did the whole thing, I'd be impressed because it turned me around. So not that I couldn't have kept going, but just trying to be safe. So this is just messy, and I slipped at some point on the way up here, but these cables are nice. And the tree, I mean, the trees are super nice to hold on to. So yeah, we're almost down. All right, and we're back. What a piss poor effort that was. Car's still here, so that's good. But yeah, not that fun. So props to you if you make that all the way to the summit in wet, muddy conditions. We did not. I am soaked. This brings back memories. Luckily I put anti-chafe on, unlike on Kauai. So I'll see you on the next one. I think I might just call it a day and go shower and go to the gym. I just need to get these wet clothes off.